The news constantly tells a story of job cuts, efficiency demands, general career uncertainty. It's easy to feel
It
anxious.
is, yeah. But if
Yeah.
you look closely, the truth is some people are moving up faster, securing their roles more tightly than ever. It's a massive divergence,
The
really.
secret we've found isn't about fearing AI or fighting it.
No,
It's not about being replaced by the machine.
right. It's about being replaced by someone who knows how to partner with it. That's the shift we're unpacking today.
Welcome to the deep dive. Our source material focuses squarely on career development, longevity in this disruptive new AI era.
Yeah, we're going beyond the scary headlines. We want to give you clear steps, like an operational blueprint, to make sure you're using AI correctly. And crucially, building skills that no machine can mimic.
We've isolated 5 core strategies here, everything from upgrading how you talk to these tools to mastering those truly essential human skills.
It's time to move past the basics.
Let's unpack this.
Okay, let's start with the immediate paradox we see everywhere. Most people, they're using these incredible, complex AI models for, like, level 1 tasks.
Basic summarization, grammar checks, maybe asking for a simple definition, stuff like that.
Exactly. It's like owning a supercomputer and only using it as a fancy calculator. It's a massive waste of potential. And honestly, it leaves you vulnerable because level 1 usage saves basically no time.
So the goal, according to our sources, is level 2 usage.
Yes.
This means treating AI like a true partner, like a fast, smart, specialized helper.
Precisely. And the fundamental difference between level 1 and level 2, it comes down to 2 specific inputs you give it: providing context and assigning a role.
Right. So if you just write an email saying we are late delivering the product, that's level 1.
Yeah, and the result will be generic, probably a little apologetic, maybe, but likely cold, impersonal.
Okay.
But the level 2 approach, it sets the stage entirely. You tell the AI, act as a very experienced and calm customer service manager, someone who specializes in client retention.
Giving it a persona.
Exactly. Then you specify the goal. Apologize professional, explain the reasons simply, don't sound defensive, and offer a specific solution to make up for it, like offer to work on their file over the weekend.
And the outcome is just dramatically better, instantly.
Totally. You get a professional, solution-oriented email. It has empathy, a tangible path forward.
AI should help you do bigger things, better things, like maintaining client trust during a crisis, not just, making your punctuation slightly better.
What's fascinating here is that the mindset shift is the hard part. Once you realize you can delegate tasks that require personality and strategy, not just facts,
Yeah.
everything changes.
It moves the human from being the doer to being the high-level editor, the director.
Right.
So if we adopt this level 2 mindset, how does that fundamentally shift the nature of our daily work?
It turns simple tasks into high-quality, thoughtful, and effective outcomes.
Okay. That immediately leads us to the next strategy for efficiency. The leverage you gain from creating prompt recipe books or prompting packs.
Yes. Prompt recipe books. These are basically ready-made, reusable templates you create for specific, repetitive tasks in your job.
Right, so you stop having to think from scratch every single time you use the tool.
Exactly. Instead, you just copy your saved high-quality recipe, maybe change a few small details, like the client name or the weekly topic.
And you immediately get a high-quality result back.
That's where the time savings become truly exponential. Huge.
And crucially, this combats something you hear about a lot called prompt drift. What exactly is that?
Prompt drift. Yeah, it happens when you find a perfect prompt one day, right? High performing. But then over days or weeks, you start subtly changing things, tweaking variables, removing details without realizing.
Does he get a bit lazy or rushed?
Yeah, and the AI's output slowly declines in quality. You've lost that original precise structure that works so well. Recipes lock in that initial high-quality structure.
It makes a lot of sense. It's about building a consistent process, a standard. The sources gave some great structural examples across different roles.
They did. Like if you're a social media marketer, you might have a recipe for brainstorming 7 days of content.
Okay.
You specify the AI's role, say creative director, define the target audience, set a specific measurable weekly goal, like generating engagement around a new product.
And for a salesperson, you could combine 2 recipes.
Definitely. First, a quick research recipe. Find recent news, the company's mission, relevant industry problems.
Okay, gather the intel.
Then you funnel that data into a second recipe, a cold email draft. Make sure the subject line is personalized, connect to those problems you found, and ask for a clear, specific 15-minute call. It's highly structured delegation.
Structured.
And even developers are getting in on this. They use recipes for code explanation.
Like explaining complex code to a junior dev.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In plain terms. Or for finding bugs. They clearly define the expected result versus the actual output and let the AI troubleshoot.
Building these packs seems critical, not just for speed, but really for quality control.
It is. I mean, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. You get lazy, you skip a step in the output. Well, it reflects that. Building these standardized recipes is critical for maintaining consistency, for guaranteeing professional-grade work.
So beyond the huge, obvious time saved, what's the biggest inherent advantage of creating these personal recipe books?
Consistency. It guarantees high-quality, reliable, and predictable results every single time.
Okay, so if the machine is handling the predictable output, then the most important strategy for career longevity must be building skills that no machine can ever mimic.
Bingo. That's the heart of human value.
AI handles data processing, analysis, generation.
Right, but it's fundamentally incapable of deep strategic thinking or making decisions based on complex human nuance or, connecting with other people genuinely. We have to focus on the irreplaceable human element.
The sources outline 4 key skills we need to prioritize. Skill 1, thinking clearly, analytical thinking.
Which means learning to look at a vast, complex problem and rigorously break it down. Smaller, interconnected pieces.
And the best method to practice this is structural, the 5 whys.
The 5 whys, yeah. It's a framework that pushes you past the obvious symptom to find the actual root cause. It's simple but powerful.
Okay, walk us through that website sales example. How does the 5 whys framework work in practice there?
Okay, let's say website sales dropped 15% this quarter. Your first thought might be, we need more ads.
Yeah, the obvious fix.
But let's use the method. Why did sales drop? Because website traffic is down. That's why number 1.
Okay, why is traffic down?
Because we drastically cut the ad budget last month. Why number 2?
Oh, makes sense. Why did we cut the ad budget?
Because the finance team froze all non-essential marketing spending. Why number 3?
Why did they freeze the budget?
Because the marketing team failed to provide clear, timely evidence that the previous ad spend generated high ROI. Why number 4? Getting closer.
Okay.
And here's the key. Why did they fail to provide clear ROI evidence? Because there is bad internal communication between the marketing and finance teams about reporting standards, priority metrics.
Wow, so that's why...
Exactly. The real problem wasn't the ad budget itself. It was a fundamental organizational failure to communicate. That's the value of analytical thought, going deep.
That is powerful. It turns what looks like a technical problem into a leadership problem, one only a human can really solve.
Precisely. Skill 2 is making good choices. Decision-making. The highest value jobs aren't in just collecting data anymore.
Right.
The real value is in the decision itself, the massive investment call, the strategic pivot. That's where the judgment comes in.
And we can practice this using simple, structured frameworks like the decision table.
Yeah, the decision table is a great example. You score options, say 2 potential suppliers, A and B, score them across objective criteria, cost, delivery speed, quality.
Okay, sounds straightforward. The machine can fill the table with objective scores based on past data, right?
It can. But here's the critical human element. You are the only one who decides the weighting.
Wait, so I can decide that, say, delivery speed is actually the most important factor, even if it hurts the overall score slightly.
Absolutely. You, the human, decide that delivery speed is weighted twice as heavily as cost because you know that missing deadlines will ruin your client relationship.
The context.
The AI can calculate the score, sure, but it has no business experience, no risk tolerance. That human prioritization, deciding one variable, is fundamentally more important than another. That's the essence of leadership.
Yeah.
Strategic judgment.
Whoa. Imagine scaling that level of critical prioritization and strategic foresight to, like, $1 billion strategic decision. That's the real value proposition right there.
It really is. Skill 3, talking and writing clearly. Communication.
Sounds basic.
It sounds basic, but it's non-negotiable. If you can't transmit your advanced thinking, your brilliant decisions, you can't lead. It gets lost.
Key advice here seems to be write like you talk. Simple words, short sentences.
Keep it simple. And when speaking, speak slower. Don't be afraid of pauses. They give weight.
Always give your audience context up front, too. And summarize your main points clearly at the end.
Make it incredibly easy to be understood. That's the goal.
And finally, skill 4, learning how to learn.
This is huge. The World Economic Forum predicts 39% of the core skills needed in your job will completely change by 2030.
39%, that's a lot.
It is. If you continually update your personal toolkit, you'll fall behind fast. It's about adaptability.
So that means focusing on constantly learning new tools, whether it's, I don't know, Gamma for presentation design or using plain language formulas in Gemini to write complex spreadsheet functions.
Yeah, whatever's relevant. It's about maintaining curiosity and that adaptability. Never stop learning.
So if the AI handles the data analysis and the calculation part, what is the decision maker's core role now?
Defining the ultimate priorities and applying human judgment to the objective data.
Okay. Our fourth strategy turns the conversation inward. You need to learn how to automate anything repetitive you do in your job, even if you're not an engineer.
This is so crucial. Companies are going to automate tasks anyway. You need to be the internal expert who drives this efficiency process.
It proves your value not just as a doer, but as a strategic thinker, someone who improves the system.
Exactly. Focus on no-code tools. Things like Make, NAN, Zapier.
And no-code simply means connecting your different software apps like Gmail, Google Sheets, Slack, so they can talk to each other, trigger workflows without writing custom code.
That's it. You're basically building little automated bridges between your tools.
Can you give us a tangible example?
Sure. Think about invoice follow-up. You could automate the whole process.
Yeah.
When an invoice in your accounting software hits, say, 60 days past due,
Okay.
Zapier can automatically draft a polite but firm follow-up email in Gmail and simultaneously post a notification in your team's Slack channel to alert the sales rep.
Wow. So you just potentially eliminated, what, 30 minutes of boring, repetitive admin work per invoice?
Easily. And scaled across many invoices, that's huge. The actionable plan is simple. Learn one no-code automation tool well.
Just one to start.
Yeah. Then map out the boring, repetitive processes in your business and figure out how to automate those specific tasks. Start small.
This makes you super valuable without needing an engineering degree. You become the efficiency leader.
And you're freeing up your team's time and your own time for those high-value human skills we just talked about. Strategic thinking, decision-making.
Right. Back to segment 3.
Why is it crucial for non-engineers, really almost anyone, to master these no-code automation tools like Zapier?
Automating boring workflows makes you an indispensable leader in efficiency. Okay, the final strategy is sharing what you learn, often called building in public.
Right. And we need to be really clear here. This is not about becoming some kind of social media influencer with millions of followers.
Definitely not.
Not at all. It's about establishing professional visibility, demonstrating curiosity, primarily on platforms like LinkedIn, usually.
So when recruiters or potential partners search for talent in your niche, they need to see that you are active, sharing discoveries, engaging with your community.
Exactly. They need to see you're plugged in, you're thinking, you're contributing.
And the barrier to entry is actually quite low, isn't it?
It's surprisingly low. You might only need a dedicated following of, say, 500 people who actually interact with your posts. Quality over quantity.
The goal is simply to be reachable, show effort, and prove you are genuinely invested in your field.
It shifts you from always applying to jobs to having opportunities start coming to you. Big difference.
And the posts themselves don't need to be profound, groundbreaking manifestos either.
No. Keep it simple. Share a new tool you found useful. Share a level 2 AI prompt that worked really well for a specific business task.
Or just ask an insightful question about an industry topic to spark discussion.
Yeah, admit a mistake you learned from. Consistency is the key. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Just show up.
So how does consistent small-scale sharing online specifically benefit long-term career growth and options?
It creates constant visibility and directly attracts new opportunities or recruiters.
Okay, let's quickly summarize the clear roadmap we've built here for growing your career with AI, not against it.
First, you absolutely must shift your mindset. Use AI like a strategic assistant, not a calculator. Use level 2 prompting, clear context, defined role.
Second, build your personal prompt recipe book. Get that efficiency, get predictable, high-quality results on all those repetitive tasks.
Third, focus deeply on those irreplaceable human skills. Analytical thinking, use the 5 whys. Making good choices, use structured decision tables, and master clear, actionable communication.
Fourth, learn no-code automation. Systematically eliminate the boring work. Free up your cognitive time for those high-value human tasks.
And fifth, share what you learn. Build that public presence, even a small one. Show your work. Show your curiosity.
These 5 actions taken together are the real strategy separating those who are growing fast from those who are, frankly, struggling.
You have to leverage the revolution. You really do.
The key, as always, though, is taking action. Start with just one area today. Maybe refine a few prompt recipes for your own work.
Or force yourself to practice the 5 whys on a complex problem you're facing right now at work. Just try it.
The future belongs to those who know how to work with AI. You can't delegate mastery, can you?
Nope. You got to build it yourself.
Remember this. The AI itself won't replace you.
But someone who knows how to work with AI better than you, they might.
So, after hearing these 5 steps, what new skill are you going to commit to mastering this week?